The apex of Norwegian drinking culture, at least as it pertains to the workplace, is the Norwegian Julebord. That translates literally to the Christmas table, but it's essentially the company Christmas party. A year's worth of pent-up frustration is released on this glorious night. And it's a bit of a fancy night, at least much fancier than a typical Norwegian event. It often takes place in a luxury hotel or other fine establishment. This is one night of the year when it's okay to indulge a little, well, more like a lot, and really get to know your Norwegian work colleagues much, much better. You've almost made it through the brutal Norwegian winter, so perhaps you've earned it after all. And indulge, the typical Norwegian does at the Julebord. The night is full of lots of great food, along with songs and dancing. Often there's a comedian or other form of entertainment. However, much of the indulgence takes the form of consuming a large amount of alcohol. The table setting might include beer and wine, and of course, akevit. As you can imagine, these events can go well into the night. Before you join a Norwegian work Julebord, there are a few rules that you want to live by, so let's go through them. Tonight, the men should dust off their suits and ties that they almost never wear. It's expected you look a little bit fancy tonight. Norwegian women can also get fancy and even wear stiletto heels. That's not a sight you often see in Norway, as it's not so easy to traverse the snowy streets in such footwear. This is also a night to share feedback with your colleagues, good or bad. That's normally pretty difficult to do in a typical Norwegian office setting. Thankfully, the alcohol will help you muster up the courage to do so. And if you have romantic feelings for a colleague, this can be a time to let them know. Once again, that alcohol should help. Further to that rule though, it's actually perfectly okay to sleep with your boss this night, even if he or she is married. And why not? Norwegian work environments are often pretty damn boring, so here's your chance to spice things up a bit. However, the final and perhaps most important rule that applies to the Julebord is the same as the number one rule in Las Vegas. Whatever happens at the Julebord stays at the Julebord. Don't make your workers uncomfortable by discussing the night's events the next day, or ever again, really. For the foreigners, this is a night to celebrate and strengthen your relationships with your Norwegian colleagues. It's one of the few nights when that is very easy to do. And for the Norwegians out there, please be sure to check in on your foreign workers to ensure they're not overwhelmed. They will not be used to seeing such an overly social experience in Norway. So hand them a shot of akevit, help them sing along, and enjoy this wonderful night. Good Yule! This was an excerpt from my book, Working with Norwegians. If you're doing business in Norway, you can find a link to purchase the book in the description. Also, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more unique insights into Norwegian work culture. Thanks for watching.